Hi, all, and welcome to Monday Night's Treasure Vortex with Gypsy from YouTube's Zero Discrimination, as well as gypsydigs.com, and myself, Amanda Digger Degaz. So, right off the bat, I'm going to start off and say, hey, Gypsy, welcome back. I hope you are feeling better.
Hey, Amanda, it's good to be back. Yeah, I am feeling better, although it's been so weird. I don't know. I just had a sneezing fit a while ago, so I'm a little stopped up. It's crazy. I don't know if this has been sinus or what have you, but, we've been having this really hot weather here in Texas, and I know pretty much all over, but it's been weird. It's like every time I've gotten out to go metal detect lately, because I thought with the heat, that's what I've always done. I go to the water to go metal detecting.
Mm-hmm.
And the last 3 times, every time I've gone metal detecting in the water, gotten in the water, I don't know if it's because getting into the cool and then out of the cool into the heat, what exactly's done it, but every time I've gone metal detecting lately and gotten in the water, when I come back home, by the time I get home, I'm sick. I don't know what the deal is. And so it took me a whole week, I think, to get over this. But still, I'm congested, and I don't know. It's weird.
No good at all. It's not. And it felt like you were sick, then, through the week, you got better. And then by the weekend you were
Yeah,
better. By the end of the weekend you were sick again. So I'm wondering if maybe you weren't well, hadn't gotten fully healed from your
maybe.
sinus or whatever.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Uh,
I know you sent me the lineup of your weather this week. Are you gonna try to stay cool?
I don't know quite what to do. The biggest part of me, I just want to go detecting
Yeah.
or go dig in the dump. And today, surprisingly, we had a little rain this morning. Well, I say we did. It sprinkled on us, and it was cloudy till about probably 1 o'clock, and then all of a sudden, it was like it was 100 degrees again. So I don't know.
I think you were mimicking our weather. It was we're finally getting up into the, high 80s, maybe 90. And yeah, it got sunny this morning. It was a bit cooler, I think 70, but the humidity is way up there. And then we got the rain and it just got so sticky and so gross. I mean, it got really warm yesterday. Sunday. Yeah, yesterday. I did end up getting out though. I ended up purchasing one of those wet hats, like the coolie hat type thing.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yep, I did. It's like a wide
How did that
brim.
work?
I love it. It's like a wide brim, like boat hat, like all the way around, so it keeps my neck from being burned too.
Where'd you get it?
Walmart.
Walmart? Really?
Yeah, yeah, I found it at
Send me a
Walmart.
pic of it.
I will. I
I've
will.
got to do something if I want to get out and go detecting. And I was thinking about even just getting out and doing some demo videos. And this heat is just, oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
The grass here is so scorched from the sun. It's like when you walk on it, it's like
Oh,
crackle, crackle.
no.
And it's supposed to be, my friend Donna said today over in Weatherford, Texas, it was a high of 111.
Ugh.
And I think it is supposed to get up to about 111 this week, sometime in the middle of the week this week. So crazy, 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 crazy.
It
How
is.
do you metal detect this stuff?
Um,
I know that it just doesn't get as hot where you are. What's the high where you are?
Today or on average?
Just
I mean, this has been a
average in the
weird,
summer.
it's been a very weird summer, very weird.
Yeah, y'all
Up
had a
in
little cold snip too,
uh,
not
it
too long ago, didn't you?
it was like mid 70s, and then the evenings dropped down into the 50s. Gorgeous. I'm not going to complain one bit, but not like
Mhm.
normal July weather. Even in Maine, it's just not at all. Um, Usually by this point in July, we're in the high 90s with humidity at 90%. This, and bite my tongue this week, the average high is 92 with
Hmm.
horrible the humidity. I hate it. I hate the humidity, quite honestly. Um, but I mean, I get out in it. I try really hard to do the early morning until,
Yeah.
until it just becomes overbearing, and then I take the day off and do errands or chores or a nap, I guess. And then I'll go back
Yeah.
out, late afternoon. Um, I know Laura came to visit and we went digging. I think it was the 4th of July weekend, and I think it was Sunday. It got really,
Mhm.
really warm. So that coolie hat type thing and the cool towel really
Worked
helped.
really well.
Yeah. Yep. But besides that, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, morning and night can't do the midday unless it's somewhere in the shade or I'm a wimp.
Yeah.
I'm a wimp now. I know a year or two ago I'd be like, nah, I'm out in it. I don't care. Now I'm
I
like,
don't know. I'm wondering if it's age kept catching up with me because it's like my body just doesn't do what it used to. Used to I could get out and I remember beach hunting when I lived in Galveston. And I would be out there all day in the 100-degree weather, beating and a lot of times I'd be in the water too, but still, even the heat just along the edge of the water or something. I
mm,
could be out there all day, and I just wasn't hardly affected by the heat like I am now.
yeah, I'm not sure. I think I don't like the recovery. Like I get the headaches
Yeah.
from being I just that's meh, whatever. Um, but don't get me wrong, I am getting out there. I did end up going I did some detecting. I think it was Friday afternoon, but it's like a
Hmm.
lot of the same, like the usual, like ox knob, buckles, 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 more buckles.
I took an ox knob
I
and some
we
buckles at this point.
a bunch of Wheaties, an Indian head, a spoon, the basics, the
Ooh,
suspender clasp. Those are like, but nothing like, the crazy.
nothing that's
Just
like,
no, yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Now, you sent me a photo yesterday. You got to go do a little mudlarking.
I did.
You found a beautiful bead yesterday. What else did you find?
I did. I found a giant, like not giant, but the clay marbles around here are usually, the relatively regular
The
size
big,
marble.
yeah.
I
Hmm.
found a big clay marble that I was and it was
Wow.
right at the same time I had found that giant, the bead. So I found I don't even know how do I say it's cut, cut pressed glass bead with like lilies on it. I think they're lilies. They look like stars, and it's
Beautiful.
double-sided. Yeah, it made the trip. It made the trip.
I bet.
But a whole bunch of marbles, couple pipe stems, clay pipe stems, some porcelain bottle stoppers, buttons.
Now, you were
Uh,
just interviewed on, let's see, what
oh,
was the name
Gold
of
Fever
the
Radio.
Gold Fever Radio the other day?
Yes.
And, it was so cool seeing some of your finds because I hear you talk about some of these finds sometimes that you found and stuff, but you were able to, show some of those finds on the camera. And I was like, ooh, oh, you know, and even just your beads, that you found, and you've got like a bunch of them in different bottles and stuff. I really liked that, the way you had them displayed in the different bottles, because, just finding them, like when we were in New York, doing our mudlarking, just finding them, it's fun to find, but it's something about, when you get that stuff home and what you do with them and how you display them and your, display cases and stuff like that. And me, I'm still over here working on my, relic room, which is starting to slowly come along. Finally decided what I'm going to do with my, outer part, so hopefully my dad will be up to it tomorrow. Hopefully we're going to start putting my up the outside portion of my walls. So maybe now it'll really start moving fast. I'm hoping. I still need to go get a door and some windows for it, so hopefully I'll have that soon. But anyway, super excited about getting my relic room done, because I've got so many boxes to unload and stuff, and I cannot wait to display some of my finds, because, even just the finds that I've found from my last several videos, like when I was up with you in New Hampshire metal detecting, I still have some of those in my room right now, and some of them are like in little bitty boxes and jars and stuff. They're all together from each hunt, but I can't wait. I haven't displayed them yet or put them in any display boxes, so I can't wait to get my relic room finished. It will be so nice.
Yeah, that's exciting. That's exciting. Well, good luck on the outside walls and finding a door that fits you and a window, or a couple windows, actually, you said.
Thank you. Yeah, tomorrow night I'm going to the Smith County metal detecting meeting. Ooh. It will be our monthly meeting, and looking forward to that. And I guess I'm going to have to go. My bag is still in my vehicle from my hunt last weekend. After I got sick, I haven't even brought my bag in.
Oh, no.
So
how was that? Yeah, because you and I haven't even caught up. I know you went out.
Yeah. So I went out. I met a new person here through my friend that lives up the road, Keith Wills. He had told this woman named Michelle about me, and she called me up and was looking for someone to metal detect with. And so we'd gone out, I guess, 3 times, and then we planned a little road trip. So we planned a road trip, and her mother went with us, and her mother was going to metal detect too, using her metal detector, and she was going to use my metal detector. And so her mother metal detected a little the first day we got there, but she used to metal detect with her husband, and she said, boy, water detecting is so different from land detecting. So she didn't detect very long. But anyway, I detected in the water the first day and found a ring and, a lot of coins. I have no clue how many coins I found, but a lot of coins and one ring, and I still don't even know. It does have stones in it. Ooh. I don't know. I don't think it's real, but I have found rings in that river that had been there a long time that get kind of this crust. It's like I would call it a, what do you call that? Oh, my brain is not working. Not the salt mineral, but the,
like brackish?
Gosh. No. My brain's not working right now, but anyway, it'll have like this crust on it that builds up, that I've found even gold rings in that river with some of that built up on it. And then once you just it comes right off. You just clean it off.
Oh, like the tarnish, the
And
black tarnish on it?
no, it's not black. Although, so the second day I did find a little silver ring that is pretty black tarnished. So, yeah, I definitely got a brain for it.
Because the black is silver sulfide, is usually what is the tarnish.
Yeah, and this isn't, I don't know, I can't think. Anyway, I'll think of it as soon as we're on the calcium.
As soon as
yeah,
we're
it's like
done
a
the show.
calcite. Paul got it. It's like a calcite buildup is what it is, similar to a calcite buildup. Similar to that. And anyway, it builds up on a lot of the jewelry you find in the river. And so I have not cleaned that ring up, so I really don't know yet. I'll get that cleaned up and see. I mean, it would be nice if it was real, but I'm kind of doubting it. It's got, I don't know. You just never know, though. And then the second day, I got a silver ring, and then I got a surface fern, I got a bracelet, and I can't remember what all. I didn't find any sunglasses. Usually I find sunglasses and cell phones, and I can't tell you how many people would be rafting. The second day, there were so many people floating by on their inner tubes that I would literally have to wait for 10 minutes for them to go by before I could get out there with my metal detector, and I'd be off to the side metal detecting. So the second day, it was insane, I mean, with the people. So really the next day would have been the best day to detect, because I can't tell you how many people passed me. Oh, I lost my phone about a mile up the river back there. She could have used it back there. Oh, I lost my watch up the river, you know. And so I was sitting there, man. But then, you know, it's such a far trip. It's like 4.5 hour drive. And then, you know, we ended up spending the night. And then in the second day, Zola came and met us. She found a ring, a men's wedding band that day. And that'll be in my video. Awesome. And speaking of videos, yesterday, was it, that I put my new video out? Was it yesterday?
2 days ago.
Or the day before? 2 days ago. So I have a new video out. It was our very last day of detecting in New Hampshire at Bone. So if you get a chance, check it out. I do have a favorite find in there, which, have you watched it yet?
I haven't. I didn't get the notification until you and I were like bringing up
We're
the
talking
list.
about it. Well, it's funny because, you know, how I don't wear my glasses hardly ever anymore unless I'm reading something. And I don't wear glasses, of course, when I metal detect, because they just slide off my face anyway when I've been down to dig. So I'm sitting there saying this date is 1859 or whatever it is. It wasn't in 1859 on my find. It was funny. I just couldn't read the date, you know, without glasses. So another thing that makes me feel old these days.
It's all right.
Not being able to see the dates.
What is it?
On my finds.
Digfoot has been carrying his cheaters with him lately. Mr.
Has
Jon
he?
himself. Yep.
Oh, funny.
And you've got the quarter hoarder, Mr. Jason himself, who always has the flamboyant.
Yes, I love his glasses of shame. You know, I really need to start bringing some. My problem, here's my issue, is I already carry so much in my pouch when I go metal detecting. I've got, you know, my magnifying glass, which half the time it's at the bottom of my pouch. And so if I need it, I have to dig forever. And I'm usually trying to video and film. So I don't even pull it out. So I usually do carry a magnifying glass along with me. And then, but it's always at the very bottom, and I've got, you know, all this junk that I've dug already. So digging for it is like, so I don't know. I need to figure out, maybe just put like carry some glasses of shame on my belt, like in a separate case, glasses case or something.
Yeah, you could
I
always
really
wear
look
them.
like a nerd then,
You could
huh?
always wear them around your neck, and then they've also got those the magnifying glasses that look like the spectacle that you can hang around a chain on your neck as well, like a longer chain.
That's true, and that my issue I've always thought too is, I bend and dig a lot, and there it would be, hanging from my neck, flopping in my face. It's so bad. I know. I've got all the excuses in the world.
Happens.
uh, yeah,
Happens.
but maybe I just need to carry them. I mean, go ahead and just attach a one-sided monocle. I was just joking.
Yeah, just yeah. I mean, I've seen quite a few of the mudlarks in England and Scotland. They have the longer chain with the monocle or whatever you call it, with the magnifying glass, and then they'll pull that out when they find something with the writing or dates or whatnot. I've seen quite a few. So you should definitely,
Right.
I mean, and some of them are pretty cool. Yeah, I'll have to send you some pictures. There's some really neat ones.
Yeah. And Mike says in chat, take a picture with your phone and then you can
Hmm.
enlarge it. I do that a lot. But my problem is a lot of times I'm in the middle of videoing and I'm trying to see a date because I usually do the reveal, I try to do the reveal while I'm videoing for my videos. So I'll zoom in, and even when I zoom in, I can't see it. And so I'm like, okay, and I'm sitting there looking like a dumb idiot, sitting there, sorry, trying to zoom in, and well, I'm not sure the date. Maybe you can see the date. Yeah, when y'all go watch that video, you'll see exactly what I mean. The date was right in front of me when I zoomed in. It wasn't until I stopped filming and then zoomed in again and was able to see the real date on there. So, yeah, that happens a lot.
Nothing wrong with panning back in and going, all right, so I finally got a date.
Yeah, right. I've gotten to where I have to do that a lot. It's funny. But it used to be nice when I could just see a date, like the dates on the pennies, like perfectly, and not have to fumble around looking for a magnifying glass or take a photo or pull out a, you know.
Oh, I'm
Anyway.
sorry. I'm sorry. Well, what do they got that? They've got that thing, the uh, LASIK? Would that help? I'm not sure if that's used for that type of thing, seeing close, or if that's for far away. I have no idea.
I have no idea. I have no idea. But anyway, yeah, y'all be sure and check out that video. You see what I mean? Me sitting there saying the date was 18 something, and it wasn't. My find. Oh boy. So what else?
Well, you've got a pretty cool raffle
Do we
going
have
right
on the
now.
agenda? Yes, I do have a raffle going on now. And first off, I want to thank all the people that have already bought tickets and supporting my raffle. For most of you that haven't seen my live streams lately or haven't been listening and don't know, I'm actually starting my own production company. And I'm in the very beginning stages. I'm already working on some documentaries, just the backstory part right now. I haven't started filming any of it yet, but I'm working on some historical documentaries. Going to even be doing some parts will even have some reenactment parts in it. And then I'm also going to be working on a TV show as well. And so I recently had a really bad experience where one of my metal detectors and my camera that I just bought for my production company was stolen. Most of you have heard me talk about that on my live if you heard that. So I'm basically starting over again. And so I'm doing a raffle right now. I'm raffling it is the Garrett Apex Jace Robertson Signature Edition. And I am raffling it off for $5 a ticket, or um, $20 will get you 5 tickets. So you get that extra entry with $20 increments. So I am working on all this, and still it's just in the beginning stages. And I appreciate everyone that's been sharing a lot of my stuff on Facebook and social media for me, sharing my videos for my giveaway, and my raffle giveaway. So I appreciate it, and I will go ahead and put a link in here for that. If anyone is interested in purchasing tickets for that, I will be drawing this Saturday. I'll be doing a live on Facebook for that drawing. And let me type this in.
Live
So,
on Facebook.
raffle, I'm typing, so if you want to talk.
Yeah, so that would be pretty cool to win. Did you all know that that metal detector has an actual duck call that comes with it? I had no idea, so I thought that was a hoot. You could be out be out in the field with your camouflage detector and have the duck call. Gypsy on a raffle on the live, she was like, you could take it out and duck call your friends and let them know you found the cool find. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to go get a duck call now just so I can.
Well, in a lot of my earlier videos, a lot of those videos, what I used to do, and I still do it occasionally, I actually carried a kazoo a few times out in the fields. And when I would find silver, I would do a kazoo, da, 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 silver. Well, then I just made a little recording where when I found silver, I would do the kazoo. And
Oh
that's
yes,
in
yeah,
some of my early, do you
yeah,
remember that?
I
In some of my
do.
early
Do do
videos.
do do.
Silver. And so, anyway, the duck call, now all I have to do is, I'm out hunting, I can do the duck call, which I may be detecting with Jace pretty soon.
Ooh,
Um, so
very cool.
I'll have to bring my duck call, holler over to him if I find anything good.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, let's see. Venmo is,
And you're typing it in chat?
yeah.
Okay. Well, while you type that in chat, actually, we were going to open with this, but instead we decided to wait halfway through, and she's actually in chat.
I
Um,
saw that.
yeah, so we wanted to do a mail call for a giant thank you to Mary for the amazing gnome to detect. It's a phenomenal acrylic painting that she sent. I believe it was Gypsy, myself, and Donna, and it's awesome. I love gnomes. My garden is full of gnomes, including bottles and other things, as well as flowers and plants. But um, it definitely has its fair share of gnomes. There's a couple hiding around the house as well. But imagine it with Mary. She does landscape paintings and more, specializing in acrylic and oil paint. And she is in chat, and I will be posting a picture. I haven't gotten around to it. Things this weekend just flew. I again, kind of like the name of our show. Where's July going? Already July 18th. I think what we have one more Monday before July is, yeah, one more Monday uh, before July is over. So thank you, Mary. I
Hard to
will get it.
believe.
Yeah, I know. I definitely will post a picture. He's swinging his little apex, so it's awesome. Very cool. So thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. It's gonna go on my wall.
We love them. I can't wait to put it in my relic room. Cannot wait. All right. So I put it in chat and comments are flying, so I will try one more time
Oh yeah, I
just
did.
so y'all will have it.
I saw it. I need to. Uh, I know. My niece, I've been being able to spend a couple afternoons or mornings with her on Fridays because she doesn't have camp um, and each Friday she said, "Are we going treasure hunting this Friday, Auntie?" And so I have brought her out mudlarking, but I'm really hoping to get her swinging a detector. I think would be fun. So
Yeah,
she has a lot of fun with the pinpointer. I've showed her how that works, and she loves looking at all the treasures. So it's definitely going to be something I'll get her into here soon. Let's
that looks awesome.
get her a little detector.
Okay, sorry I'm slow tonight.
Nope, nope, it's okay.
I don't have my earbuds in because one of them stopped working or something, so trying to hold the phone.
You're not you're luck lately. I gotta send you some luck. I don't know. I'm gonna
I know, I need
bottle it
some.
up and send it to you.
Follow it up for me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Uh, for real, you need it. And we also have people that weren't able to get in chat, but Ed and Carrie say hello, and they're
Oh, awesome.
yep, yep. Lexus pouch.
We've
I
got a lot in
actually,
chat tonight. I haven't been able to hardly comment because I can't hardly type. It's taking me forever.
I know. You know what I did yesterday though?
What did you do?
I pulled the trigger and I got dig stock tickets for this fall.
Woohoo!
Yeah, yep. I was like, why not? Might as well. It's back up, I believe, in Plattsburgh, and but it's all new property, so that's pretty exciting. And I mean, I haven't done too shabby. I've found things. I mean, I
Uh-huh.
haven't gotten anything that's like off the walls, but it's been so much fun, like going and seeing everyone and hanging out. So, plus it's also they pushed it to, I think it's the last weekend in October. It's October 28th and 30th. So I know Ed and I were talking, and I was like, you know what? That's Halloween. I was like, that's the weekend of
Right?
Halloween. I'm like, I have a blow up unicorn outfit. I'm like, if it's freezing, I might actually put that bad boy on and go detecting with it. I'm like, everyone will be able to tell who I am in the field.
Perfect.
Yep.
That's funny.
And yes, if Gypsy gets to come and whatnot, we will definitely it I don't it, like we were her and I were going back and forth like she said, and I agree. It's not so much the cold, it's when it's the cold wind that's
The
never
wind.
ending. Yep.
It's the wind that gets me. I can, I mean, I've detected in snow. I don't mind the cold because I can kind of get warm, with
Hmm.
moving around and dressing with, tons of layers and all that good stuff. But the wind, man, that's what messes me up.
Yeah. It's no fun, but I think we should have a Halloween contest. But I won't do the unicorn because now y'all know.
Ah,
Hey
funny.
Pete, Pete and Matt, you guys hear that? And Dave, Halloween costumes. Oh
Maybe
man.
they're listening.
Who knows? Perhaps. And yeah, we're talking about doing the March hunt as well, but it's a ways away, so keep that on the back burner. Keep that on the back burner because that'd be, it's hard planning next weekend. It's crazy that
Yeah,
here I am purchasing tickets for the end of October. I'm like, it doesn't even feel like summer yet when we're talking about
yeah.
October.
And Texas is so weird with the weather here. Like, we can have some of the mildest winters. One day it may be 75 degrees outside, beautiful, and then the very next day can be freezing cold, ice, wind, crazy. And um, I am speaking of hunts, I am currently working on trying to put on my own hunt. Again, I'm trying to do as much as I can to get my production company going. So what I was wanting to do is a hunt. I was wanting to have part of it be natural hunt, part seeded. And I just finally got back one of my friends, actually the friend that I was in the episode of Beyond Oak Island, my friend Donna lives in Weatherford, Texas, and she had contacted her friends because she's like with the historical commission there. Her friends with the city, and it's going to take too long to get permission from the city because we were trying to get some city property. And so tomorrow I'm going to be making some phone calls. We've got some property we're looking into. I'm trying to get permission for. So y'all keep your fingers crossed. One person has up to 1,000 acres. I don't know how much of that I would be able to obtain or how much of that is obtainable, but I want to put on a hunt, and y'all keep that in mind. I was thinking if I can get it together, the date I was thinking was actually in November, because most of the hunts will be gone the beginning of November. It would be right after my birthday's on the 3rd, so it would be like the 5th, I think, November, that weekend, first weekend. So fingers crossed I can get that permission and get that rolling. And of course, Amanda and I would be having a lot of goodies there that we would bring from the Treasure Vortex. But if I can get this sealed in, we would definitely be needing anybody that wanted to donate or anything like that, donate prizes, tokens, anything like that. That would be much appreciated. But let me lock in the date first before anybody starts doing any of that. But that's what I've been working on, been keeping me busy. This would be in Texas. Can't be in another state when it's a Gypsy's Duels. Born and raised in Texas, I gotta have a hunt in Texas. So y'all have to come see me in Texas. So anyway, working on it. Yep. And most of the rattlesnakes and all that would be gone by then. Thank goodness. So you wouldn't have to worry about that.
That would be good. That would be good. Didn't even contemplate it when you had mentioned digging in Texas. I should have, because that's usually kind of like, you want to go dig Australia? No. Nope.
Speaking of snakes, right up the road, my cousin, they don't know exactly how it got in. They're thinking maybe through the chimney, but big rat snake got in a few days ago. So big rat snake.
Chimneys are on the roof, right? Like the top of a house?
Yep.
A snake
around here, they can
house?
climb. Well, around here, there's a lot of trees. We're in East Texas where there's tons of trees. And so a lot of them will climb these trees, and, well, they can just plop down right on top of the edge of the house. And, I mean, hey, Here's a hole to go down. Well, I'm gonna go down this uh,
I'm like, you're
hole here.
opening
Yeah.
your a new fear has
Well,
been
this is like.
unlocked. No.
One day he opened up his his um his pickup his that he uses for his cows to run his cows with. He opened up the hood and there was a big snake under there. So yeah,
Mm,
yep.
oh, you can keep them down there. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, a snake crawling in through the chimney, like that is, yeah, that's the definitely a new level of fear unlocked. Like, the hotels don't
Now
have
you don't
chimneys,
really
right?
want to come to.
I'm staying in a hotel. No chimneys there.
Yeah,
Have to worry.
I'll protect you from the snakes. I grew up with the snakes. Oh boy. But anyway, yeah. So working on that. I haven't seen. It's been so hot. The only snakes that I've seen lately is if I walk down by the creek because where I live now, I can walk back to the creek just not very far.
Hmm.
And one day I was out there and I just decided I'm just going to plop down here by the creek and just sit here and kind of meditate and just have some peace and quiet for a few minutes. And I'm sitting there. Yeah, I haven't seen that water moccasin down here in a while. And as soon as I get up, I look down, and he's been sitting there all along, just down in the creek, right down before me. So I don't know.
Ah, yep, you're braver than I. So, we have the garter snakes and whatnot, and I don't have a problem usually, with any of that. I think the Blue Mountains has the rattlers, but haven't really, yeah, I've never seen any of those either. So it's usually a write-off that, nah, we don't have dangerous snakes here. I mean, we have, I think there's a possibility of the brown recluse spiders.
Oh
And,
yeah, I've got a scar from one of those on my
mm,
leg. Not
yep.
fun.
But besides that, I mean, and ticks. We have tons and tons of ticks. But other than that, danger
Oh man.
level is pretty low. Um, yeah, when it comes to animals and insects and all that wonderful stuff that you deal with when you're out. And speaking of animals and stuff,
Oh yeah.
is it okay?
Yeah.
So what you all might not know is I am kind of a softie for animals. So we have chipmunks and squirrels that we have fed and rehabbed, and birds that we've rehabbed that have survived and still come around or whatnot. And this past last night, coming back, we ended up down the street from where I live. I spotted a little baby turtle in the road, and July is naturally nesting season, and so we have a lot of swamps. We have a lot of, of woods. So in between a 50-mile-per-hour state route, and I spotted a little baby turtle, so I stopped. Actually, John stopped. We were headed, and I'm like, "Can you turn around?" And he did. He turned around for me because I'm that crazy lady. And I walked up the road, and I moved him along, thinking, okay. And I looked. I'm like, oh, he's got a cracked shell, and thankfully we're not far from like
Oh.
Center for Wildlife, so brought it back to went into the shop, and actually it was the dude that we met that was working on the piles. You know how we
Oh
met?
really?
Yep. So
Yeah.
he's like, "How's the metal detector going?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's going." I said, "Do you have a box?" And he's like, I'm like, I'm gonna rescue a turtle that's across the street." So we did. he fitted up a box for me, a cardboard box, and taped it all up. And he's like, "Good luck." I'm like, "Thanks." And I did. I walked up the road and rescued this little turtle and brought it back to the house and left a message for the wildlife rehabber. And I sent a picture. There's a account going on of the turtles up the street from me at one of my permissions. So I called him and I was like, "Hey, do you know, and he's like, "Oh, the wildlife center." And I'm like, "Okay, perfect. That's where I was gonna bring it." He's like, "Can you send me pictures?" And I sent pictures. He's like, "Yeah, that's not a normal turtle for around here." And I'm like, "Well, what is it?" And it was a wood turtle. And
Wow.
I did a quick
Are
Google,
they
and
endangered?
yeah, apparently they're endangered, and they haven't been spotted around here before. And I thought that was, so cool. I got it up to the rehab center today on I took my lunch break early. Thankfully, I was, allowed to do that, and went and drove it to the wildlife center. And I was like, "Oh, the last time I was here, I was rescuing a wood duck." I'm like, I didn't know wood turtles existed. I'm
Now
like,
you got wood duck, wood turtles.
yeah, I looked at her. I'm like, "Is there any other creatures out there called wood?" Like, whatever. She laughed, and I'm like, "All right."
Oh man, that's funny. Well, like I told you, and a lot of people probably don't know this, but I have a major softie for turtles. I love turtles. I love tortoises. I love the water turtles, no matter what kind of turtles. I used to even raise them when I was younger, um, especially the box turtles and stuff. And so when Amanda showed me the turtles she rescued, I was just like, oh, I wish I was there to help take care of it. Because I just love
Yeah.
turtles.
And
I don't
yeah,
know what it is about turtles, but I do.
and I have no idea about turtles. Reptiles were never really, leopard geckos and stuff, growing up, but never turtles. So I'm like, I don't even know if this thing's alive. Like, I don't know. So that was one of my main concerns. I'm like, I don't know if it's alive or dead. I brought it, when I gave it to her, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, its head is in the shell. And I don't know. And she's like, it did have, a stimulus reaction and whatnot. And I'm like, oh, good. Like, that means it's alive. Right? I felt so dumb. I'm like, she's like, yeah. So, but
you
they said
know,
that they have to do like a
go ahead.
Doppler test for turtles. Like,
Really?
yeah, to make sure if they're alive or dead. I'm like, oh,
What?
it's crazy.
Oh,
Doppler to make sure that they're alive. I'm like,
huh.
oh, that's crazy.
That's weird. That is crazy.
Ah,
Yeah, you never know what kind of creatures you're going to encounter. I've only encountered, I think, two turtles ever while out metal
hmm.
detecting. Just two ever. Well, on the crossing the road, I
Yeah.
have, yeah, but as I'm driving to where I'm going, but I mean out in the wild, so it's quite rare these days. It used to, when I was young, you'd see turtles everywhere. Now so many have just gotten slaughtered, I guess, by, crossing the road and stuff like that. It's sad.
Well, John saved a huge snapper a couple weeks back. He, I would have taped
Really?
it. I would have taped it, but I was worried somebody was going to end up hitting him. Well, he's trying to save this giant turtle. I'm like, all right. So,
Oh, that reminds me. I've got to say it. Sorry. Does Speaking of snappers, my friend Michelle that I've been metal detecting with,
hmm
out where she lives on Lake Cherokee, her grandson and his father were out fishing out behind their house, and they caught a giant um, alligator snapping turtle
snapping.
fishing. And so he had to jump in the water and get it and wrangle the hook out of its mouth.
Oh,
And they snapped a photo of this giant turtle. And the turtle, or snapping turtle, is weighed 200, over 200 pounds. And the news came out there, and they took, they did a whole, it was on the news and everything. It was crazy. So I've got a photo on my phone of the turtle. When it happened, she sent it to me, and I was like, "What? I can't believe that! Boy, it scared me to death. The head of that thing is just massive,
That's crazy.
massive."
I mean,
But
my dad saved us, or saved my sister from a snapper, and that thing actually snapped a pitchfork. It had so much force in its
holy
bite.
cow!
So the thought of somebody trying to take a hook out of its mouth, like, nope.
Yeah,
Oh my
I was like,
gosh.
how did he even get this hook out of his mouth to let him go after they snapped the photo?
Oh
And he could
my.
barely lift him.
It's
But
crazy.
imagine if you're water detecting. I mean, my friend and I detected, well, of course, we were in the swimming area, but a few weeks before that, we detected in the swimming area at that lake. Imagine one of those snapping on your foot
Toe,
or your
foot, nope.
coil or your detector, you know? Scary.
All different types of treasure tonight, people. See,
Yeah.
treasure in animals.
Yeah.
You get out there.
Yeah. The
Um,
treasure vortex.
yeah, and I know I'm not the only one that's cleaning up massive, massive amounts of trash lately. It's so,
Oh my gosh. I
whether
can't
it's,
get over how much trash. Yes.
yeah, whether it's sitting on the surface, just tossed from, I don't know, whoever, or digging it up, it just seems to be the never-ending trash lately. It's kind of disheartening, but I feel like I
It
need like
truly is. It's
50
sad.
of me to clean up a couple of the areas around me. I'm like, I can't do this alone. There's so
Yeah, and I
much.
can't get over how many times I have to go empty my trash bag. Like when we were in the river and the lake, how many times I had to go over and empty out a ton of beer cans and crap, just bottle caps. And people throw, it's just, it's insane. Anyway,
Sorry,
yep,
yeah. It's been discouraging lately, so I'm like, all the
it's
turtle getting
true.
hit. And I mean, one of the ladies in my town, she made a very, very good point. She goes, it's not like they move fast. You, if you're watching the road, there's a very good chance you're going to spot the turtles. So, like, it's not like they jumped out in front of the car. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even think of it that way. So, between seeing so many, the animals perished and all the trash I've picked up, I'm like, man.
Yeah, and you and I've talked about it before, and Jersey Ray mentioned in chat that she did a trash challenge. And you and I've talked about doing a trash challenge before too.
Yep.
I guess we do need to do a trash challenge, and we just got to figure out how we're going to do it. She says the winner of hers got a 1922 peace dollar.
That's
Um,
cool.
we really do need to figure out how we're going to do that and how we're going to judge that, because that's kind of hard to do from a podcast. But
I was glad to hear
I
that.
really do think,
Yeah, and I know that a couple of the hunts started actually weighing all the trash that got turned in. And I thought that was
yeah,
really
I think that's a
great.
great idea.
I'm like, it
Um,
should
I
be.
don't
And
even have a
all of the
scale
different,
anymore.
yeah, every single
Yeah,
hunt. We need, it's,
I guess
not
I need to buy a
only,
scale for my
yes.
hunt when I.
I look at it as when I go to turn in the buckets and stuff, they weigh everything and put it right there on the paper for me, so I know how much. Well,
Right.
the thing is too, a lot of the stuff mudlarking is I'm picking up rubber and plastic and fishing line. And oh my gosh, if you fish and you want some sinkers and some, really cool, oh my gosh.
Lures and
Yes, yes. All you need to do is go to a fishing spot when nobody's there and like just start pulling on the fishing line that you see. It's crazy. I
yeah.
must have found
Oh
like
yeah.
I don't know how many, and I'm like, oh man, I'm like I bet Noah will like some of these, set them aside for him. I'm like, but you're help cleaning it up, but at the same time, you can get some. I found some pretty sweet lures.
Yeah. We need to do that, though. We really do need to do that trash contest, I think. And Josie Ray said just have them send some, they can email the photos. We could do that. And then the weighing one, too.
Yeah.
We do 2 different ones.
Yeah. We will
I think that's a
probably.
great idea. I think we need to do that. Help clean up. Great for the environment and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we're about out of time. Time went by faster than what I thought it would.
It's crazy. Again, July. July is
Yep. Where
flying.
has July gone? July is just kind of gone with the, before I knew it, the 4th of July was over, and I don't know. Oh,
Well, I just keep hope. I hope you just keep feeling better.
thank you. I'm just still so, um, I know too, this is going to sound weird, but moving back to East Texas from where I was living, my sinuses are always my allergies, which I never really have allergies, but when I come here to visit, I always got allergies. So I don't know, but it's like I've had allergies since I've been here too, so I don't know. Go figure.
Yeah, very possible.
I don't know. That's part of it. But
Could be
anyway,
either way, keep feeling better. Keep feeling better, and I
thank
hope you
you.
get out digging sometime soon, whether it's detecting or dump digging. I hope you get out soon.
I appreciate it. And again, thank you all, those of you that have entered the raffle. I appreciate it. And I will be doing that raffle Saturday at 10 a.m. So if y'all get a chance, hop on Facebook for that and that drawing. And anyway, if you got any questions, just holler at me. Message me. Although I think I'm going to go watch a movie after this and wind down. It's been a crazy day.
Awesome. Well, enjoy your movie, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. Stay safe, stay hydrated, especially with this weather coming around, and I hope you all get out digging and find some treasure.
Yeah, and happy hunting to you all. You all have a great night. Good night, all.
Good night, everyone.